Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the special episode of Kevin at 7. My coach, Garrett J. White, asked me a question. And here was the question he asked me. Do you have the faith to have it all? Do you have the faith to have it all? And that's the question. That's the conversation that I want to have with you today. Almost everybody that watches my YouTube channel, you guys here, welcome. Most of you are real estate agents. Some of you are entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals. But this is the question. Do you have the faith to have it all? Do you have the faith required to actually succeed? Not the faith to survive, not the faith to try. Do you have the faith required to actually do it? Do you have the faith to do the work? Do you have the faith to trust the process? Do you have the faith to actually succeed mightily in your chosen path? As a real estate agent, as a professional, in this market, in a time where everything is turning, in a time where interest rates are up, where buyers are backing out, sellers are backing out, people are freaking out, people are scared, real estate agents are running for the hills, they're running for the exits. 1,000 realtors a day are leaving the industry. Same things happen in the mortgage industry. You're seeing it happening in industries all across the country. You're seeing it happen in corporations. You're seeing the layoffs. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of layoffs. And most of these are not low-paying jobs. Most of these are high-paying jobs. And so all of a sudden, you're sitting here and you're going like, okay, what do I do? I'm having a hard time going out and finding a job that'll actually do that. Maybe I should go into business for myself. Maybe I should start a business. Maybe I should get my real estate license. But is this the right time? Is this the wrong time? Here's the question. In any market, in any time, in any economy, you can succeed. The question is, do you have the faith required to succeed? Because here's what happens that they don't teach you in school, that nobody teaches us in college. I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't teach you in college. Here's what they do. They teach you in college to how to get qualified to get a job. They don't teach you how to believe. They don't teach you how to trust yourself. They don't teach you how to believe in yourself. In fact, most of the time they teach you not to believe in yourself. You can't do it on your own. You need a company. You need a boss. You need a corporation. You need to go trust somebody else. And yet the few of you are the ones who step out and say, you know what, I want to control my own life. I want to control my own destiny. So good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining me this morning for this live Kevin at 7 with the conversation is, do you have enough faith to succeed? Do you trust yourself enough to have it all? And I'm going to talk about 3 steps today that I think, that I know happen if you have the faith. If you are willing to trust yourself and trust a process that will take you from wherever you are today to massive success, to having the lifestyle of your dreams, or as my coach Garrett J. White calls it, to have it all. And his question to me was, do you have the faith to have it all? Now, the first thing that has to happen for you, if you have the faith, is you have to have the faith to do the work. You gotta have the faith to show up every day with no guarantees. If you own your own business, there are no guarantees, right? Nobody's guaranteeing your income. Nobody's guaranteeing your success. It's all on you. Do you have the faith in yourself? Do you have the faith in your product, your service? Do you have the faith in the market? Do you have the faith that if you do the right things and you learn what you need to learn and you implement what you need to implement and you adjust and you adapt and you observe and you assess and you learn and you train, do you have the faith to do the work, to trust the process, to get the success? So here's the first thing that's got to happen. And as you come on, make sure you type in the comments where you're from, just what city and state or country that you're from, so I can kind of get to know you, because when it does that, it lets me see your name, or the name of your channel anyway. Good morning, JC. Just type JC, type in where you're from. And if this is a conversation that you think is powerful for you, make sure as you watch it, give this video a thumbs up. It's my favorite, Brittany Booker, one of my coaching members from Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina. So here's what happens. When you step out in faith to have your own business, to start your own company, to become a real estate agent and build your own business as a real estate agent or as a loan officer or as a financial planner or as a home inspector or whatever it is. The first thing you have to do is you have to do something different. And so you do. You step out in faith and go like, okay, I am going to step out in faith that if I do this process, something is going to happen. So the first step is you do something different. Now, here's what you have to be prepared for. When you do something different for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Right? You're probably going to suck at it. The first time you try to do something that you've never done before, you step into a new skill, into a new path, a new career. The first time you do it, you got to be willing to suck. You've got to be willing to suck before you can succeed. Sucking is the seed to succeeding. So you got to plant the suck seeds. And that means I got to be willing to suck at something before I can succeed at something. Does this make sense? So you got to suck. Sucking is the seed of succeeding. Being willing to do something that you don't know how to do. Willing to do something before you are good at doing it. And not saying, well, I'm going to keep practicing, I'm going to keep watching videos or going to classes or going to seminars until I can do it and not suck at it. Well, that's not going to happen. If you want to become great at basketball or at tennis or at golf, the first thing you have to do is you have to pick up a ball. You will never get good at basketball by watching YouTube videos. By watching YouTube videos of Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan or LeBron James or whoever you want to watch. You're never going to get good at dribbling behind the back by watching the Ball brothers. It's not going to happen. Until you pick up a ball and get out on the court, you got to do something you have not done before, and you're going to suck at it first. So you have to be willing to suck before you succeed. So as you do something, as you take the action and you trust the process, do you have the faith to just do the work over and over and over and again? And as you do that and you trust the process, something amazing happens. What happens is you don't quit. And as you don't quit, you develop perseverance. You get tougher. And this amazing thing shows up called endurance, that you can go longer. And this amazing thing shows up called grit, that you dig deep and it's like, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm uncomfortable. It's not working. But you dig deep and you find the grit, the faith in yourself, the belief that says, if I keep trusting the process, if I keep doing the work, it's going to happen. Guys, the reason most real estate agents succeed or don't succeed, the reason most real estate agents fail has nothing to do with the market. It has nothing to do with interest rates. It has nothing to do with buyers or sellers. It has nothing to do with how many people you know. It has nothing to do with if you have a marketing background or if you're good with people or if you're an extrovert or an introvert. It has nothing to do with any of that. It has to do with, do you have the faith to do the work? Do you have the faith to do something different and persevere at it until you actually stop sucking at it? Because when you don't quit, this amazing thing happens, and that is you get better. You get better and you get better. And as you get better, you start getting better. You get different results. And as you get different results, you get more confidence. So number one is the first step is you got to trust yourself enough to do something different. And then number two, the second thing that happens as you do something different, you trust the process, you do something different. The second thing happens, and that is as you do that different thing, you become something different. You become something different. You become a producer. You become a master. You become competent. You become a believer in yourself. You become a believer in your craft. You become a believer in the impact that you can make when you do it. You become something different. And as you become something different, guess what happens? Now you go from sucking to actually having power. So as you do the work, what you get as you become something different, as you get more power. And as you get more power, and that power of confidence, that power of skill set, that power of endurance. And then you get, with that power comes more production. And with more production, you get more profit. And with more profit, you get more power. And that more power gives you more production. And then more profit. Because as you do something over and over and over again, and you do something different, and you go from sucking at it to not sucking at it, and to succeeding at it, you become something different. Most real estate agents will not trust themselves or trust the process long enough to become something different. Now the question is, how long is this going to take me? How long is this going to take me? Now, if this is making sense, give me a thumbs up right now. If this is making sense, you have to do something different. In fact, type this in the comments. You have to do something different long enough to become something different. You have to do something different long enough to become something different, because you pick up a golf club or get a set of golf clubs and you get some golf attire and you go to the golf course does not make you a golfer. How do you become a golfer? How do you become a great golfer? You go out there and you swing the club, and you swing and you're going to do some whiffs and you're going to slice it. You're going to hook it. You're going to miss the ball. You're going to want to slam the club into the ground. You're going to want to break your clubs. You want to throw them in the water. All that's going to happen. But you got to go through that. You got to do something different. You got to swing a golf club, which you were not born swinging a golf club. You did not come in naturally knowing how to do it. You got to do it over and over and over again, and train and learn and adjust and adapt and practice and train and adjust and fail and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it until you become something different. You actually become a golfer. And if the commitment is high enough and the faith is high enough and you're willing to do the work and submit to the work, to trust the process, you can become someone who's actually a professional golfer, where people will pay you to play golf. People will come and line up to watch you play golf. But most people are not willing to trust the process, to do the work, to do something different long enough and with enough intensity and enough perseverance, and with the commitment to the training and a commitment to learn, that they can become something different. But when you do, you go from step number 1, which is you do something different, to step number 2, you become something different. So that step number 3, you can have something different. That you can have what other people will never have, because you have been willing to submit to the work, to trust the process, to trust yourself, to believe in yourself long enough that if I keep doing the work, if I keep doing the work, then I'm going to become great at the work. I'm going to become greater at the work and greater at the work and greater at the work till I receive the fruit of the work, the benefits of the work, the productivity of the work, the profit of the work. The fruit shows up more and more and more. And so until the day comes where you have what other people will never have, because you are willing to do what others will not do. And it comes back to this one question. Do you have the faith to have it all? Do you have the faith required to succeed in your own business? Do you have the faith required to be a successful real estate agent or a successful business owner or a successful producer? So I want you to type in the comments, one word. Type in the comments, faith. Did you guys, I'm not seeing let me see if I get the comments. Oh, there are the comments. I have to touch the screen to see the comments. All right, good morning, Katie. Good morning, Martin. I just was talking to one of my coaching members yesterday. He was like, I never see you on YouTube. And I'm like, dude, I'm live every morning. He goes like, oh, it doesn't notify me. So I got to figure out how to get you guys, how these other people notified. What's up, John? Yep. You have to do something different long enough to become something different. You have to do something different long enough to become something different so that you can have something different, so that you can have what most people will never have. And my friends, what that takes from the beginning inside of you that nobody can give you. I can't give you this. You have to have the faith. You have to be willing to trust. You got to be willing to trust yourself. You got to be willing to trust the process. If you have a coach like me, you have to be willing to trust your coach. Trust the process that your coach takes you on. This is what people like Brittany Booker and Katie Jones have done that's helped them to elevate their business dramatically this year. Dramatically this year. And they've only been working with me for 3 or 4 months. And their incomes have skyrocketed. Their business, their transactions have skyrocketed because they're willing to trust themselves. Not only, they didn't just trust me. They just simply took the training and they trusted themselves. Now, I want to invite you, if you are new here and you're a real estate agent or you're an aspiring entrepreneur, I want you to go to Agent Mastery Live, or you can just go to YesMasters.com, my website. You can register a free training in there, or you can click on the link and you can get a ticket. We got a super early bird special going on for our Agent Mastery Live 3-day event coming up January 24th through the 26th. You can go there, get your tickets, and join me. But when you come, here's what you have to be willing to do. You got to be willing to trust the process. You got to be willing to trust yourself. If you do not have the faith in yourself to say, if they can do it, I can do it. If anybody can do it, I can do it. I'm willing to submit to the process. I'm willing to submit to the work and trust myself enough that I will do the work, and I will do it long enough and hard enough, and I will not quit. And as I do something different, I will become something different. And as I become something different, I can have something different. But most agents want to go in and they treat it like a job. And that is, they want to work for a week and get a paycheck because that's what they're conditioned to. They're conditioned to do that, but that only works when you go in and you bow the knee to somebody else and you work for somebody else to make them rich, and you work and they pay you a little piece, just a little fraction. They just give you enough to own you. And you don't have to trust the process. You just have to trust that if I'll just do the work, if I'll follow orders, I'm going to get a paycheck. But you have no control. You have no control of the size of your paycheck. You can't go in and say, okay, what do I need to do to triple my income? What do I need to do to double my income? What do I need to do to increase my income by 50%? If you're working for somebody else, you can't do that. Almost nobody can go in and just say, I'm going to work different to just choose when to double my income. The beauty of it is when you own your own business, you have that opportunity, but you've got to be willing to trust yourself. The difference between employees and business owners, the difference between people that work for somebody else and entrepreneurs, is as much as anything different, it is the willingness to trust yourself. To trust yourself, to say, if anybody can do it, I can do it. I believe in myself. I believe that if I'm willing to take and do a process, it will work for me. Do you have the faith to succeed? Do you have the faith to submit to the work? So thank you guys for typing in the comments, faith. This is the key. I like it. Skills, yeah, you gotta have skills. Mindset, yeah, you gotta have mindset. But what is mindset? One of the key mindsets, if you wanna call it that, is faith. It is a story that says, I believe in me. I believe in what I can do if I'm willing to follow a process. Now, if you need a process, that's why people hire me. So you come to me. I can help you increase your faith. I can help you strengthen your faith. And I can give you a process that if you'll trust the process and do the work and submit to that and trust yourself enough, that if you'll do the work and submit to the work, you become something different and you will have something different. Go to YesMasters.com. Join me for my free trainings coming up. I've got a free training coming up in a little over a week. And I've got a 3-day event coming up in January, primarily for real estate agents, called Agent Mastery Live 2023 Wartime Edition, because we are in wartime when it comes to the market right now, the housing market. And we'll help you get yourself on a path to massive success. But you got to be willing to trust yourself. Trust yourself enough to invest in yourself. Trust yourself in enough to invest in your time in a process and your energy in a process and doing the work so that you can become what most people will never become, so that you can have the kind of lifestyle, the kind of abundance that most people will never have. So if you have questions on this, you have comments on this, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this faith thing? How important is faith in your success? Give me an answer in the comments. If you have more stuff you want to hear about, I'm here live 5 days a week, Kevin at 7. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 7 a.m. Tell a friend, tell another agent, tell somebody else in your office or your company that you know needs this to help them succeed. Give them this. Kevin Ward Now is my YouTube channel. Have them join me at 7 o'clock, Kevin at 7. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Play to win. Always expect yes. And 3, 2, 1, off you go.